Greetings everybody, I am here today with two more lemony leaves. So a while back I made an episode where I tried I think 3 different species of plants that were completely unrelated but all had one thing in common, that they tasted like lemons or had very similar qualities to lemons. And today I've got two more. There's a lot. There's a lot of them. A lot of plants out in nature have compounds that are shared with other plants, even if they're not related. So it's interesting to get a chance to compare some of these species with ones that are more common, like, lemons. First, I have a lemon balm. Lemon balm is pretty popular. It's used to make tea, also essential oils. It's used in aromatherapy. A lot of lemon-flavored things, like lemon-flavored candies, are actually lemon balm and not lemon. One odd thing about this is that sometimes people like to grow this because it attracts bees. So if you are harvesting honey, you might want to plant a bunch of lemon balm to attract bees to your hive. I also have French sorrel. Now, French sorrel is interesting. I tried another sorrel before, wood sorrel. This isn't related to that. This is in a different family than wood sorrel. But one thing that they have in common is they both are chock full of oxalic acid, and that is where the lemony taste comes from. This is used in the culinary world, as is the lemon balm, but this one is used in more fresh applications. People use this in salads. It's supposed to have a nice flavor just like plain on its own. It's also used to make soups and sauces. And both of these plants were sent to me by Wanderlust Nursery, so if you are interested in growing these, check out the website right here or in the description below. They have plants for sale on their website. And thank you, Wanderlust Nursery, for sending these to me. First, I'm going to try the French sorrel, because I imagine that this is going to be kind of like wood sorrel, even though they're not related. And I think that means this isn't going to be such a strong taste. So I want to have the milder one before I have one that I think is going to be stronger. So let's try just a leaf on its own. Really tasty. It tastes like a leaf that you squeeze lemon on. It doesn't taste like overpowering like a lot of the lemony leaves that I had before were. This is one that you could just like eat on its own, and it's got a nice crisp sourness to it. I'd say that tartness is less like citrus. It's less aromatic than a lemon. It's more like maybe like a crisp green apple, or like a Granny Smith apple. It's got that kind of tartness to it. When you take a bite, you would think lemon, but I think if you really dig into that, it's a little less like lemon and a little bit more of like a tart apple taste. And the flavor in this is actually very similar to the wood sorrel. And that makes sense because they both have that same compound. They both have the oxalic acid in it, and that's where that tartness is coming from. Oxalic acid is something where it's okay to eat, but if you have kidney problems, you might want to avoid it because it can cause damage to your kidneys. Also, it can cause like digestive problems to some people, but generally you'd have to be eating like a ton of these things to have a problem. But if you have certain sensitivities, it might be something to, be careful with. Okay, so next let's try the lemon balm. Let's try one leaf. Oh yeah. That is lemons. That is lemons. There's like French sorrel. It's a bit like a little touch of lemon juice. Lemon balm is like lemon rind. It has like lemon oil flavor, like essential oil of a lemon in there. There is a touch of like a floral honey flavor to it. And there's a bit of like a green herbal taste to it. But the main note you get is lemon. But again, like lemon oil, like lemon rind, lemon candy. Not so much lemon juice. And it makes total sense that this is used to flavor things like lemon, because it's spot on, like that sort of lemony flavor. And it's good. I could totally see taking this, drying it out, adding some hot water to it, and drinking it. It'd be like a nice, refreshing lemon tea. And if you gave that to somebody, they would assume it was a lemon tea. Maybe with like a little bit of an herbal taste to it, like an herbal lemon tea. But yeah, definitely useful to make tea out of. I could see cooking with that. I think eating it on its own is a little bit rough, and not so much because of the flavor. Like I could see maybe like sprinkling a few of those leaves on a salad or something. But the leaves themselves are a little like actually physically rough. They have like a little bit of like a hairiness to them. So eating them, I'm like, it's kind of like sticking to my tongue. The French sorrel, you can cook with it, people do, but eating it on its own, you don't have to do a thing. Like that's perfect. And the texture on that one is also really nice and crisp. Sorrel salad is a thing. You could do that with wood sorrel. You could also do it with French sorrel, and it would work really well. So I think that's all I have to say about this one. It just goes to show that there are so many different plants out there in the world, and there is a similarity between them sometimes. Even if they are not related whatsoever, they will sometimes have certain compounds that are shared between species, and that's really interesting. And thanks again to Wanderlust Nursery for sending this to me. Again, if you're interested in growing this, check out their website, check out the link below, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Before you click out, I want to give a very special thank you to Eduardo. He is a mega patron over on patreon.com, and patreon.com is how this channel happens, is how I can go on all the trips that I do. So Eduardo, thank you so much, and thank you everybody for watching. Bye-bye.